Wednesday, November 23rd edition of the Carolina Weather Video here on this big travel day, the day right before Thanksgiving, typically one of, if not the biggest travel days of the year. And I'll kind of hit some of the trouble spots as we go through the course of today if you are doing some traveling. And we'll also take a look at another big storm system heading into our area by the end of the holiday weekend. Now, we had a round of rain and thunderstorms, had a couple of brief tornado warnings as we went through the overnight hours, but altogether the air mass never really got unstable enough for a big severe weather event, thankfully, here across our region. So it's mainly just a gusty band of rain with some embedded thunderstorms that moved through. Cutting the video a little earlier than normal this morning, this is what the radar looked like during the 3 a.m. hour this morning, and you had a prefrontal band of rain and wind with some embedded thunderstorms right in this area, and then there's the actual cold front. A few showers developing ahead of that'll swing through later on this morning. That'll be it in terms of precip with this storm system. There's your temperatures. Cooler air lagging a good bit behind the actual front, and it's not going to be a big blast of cold air anyway, but it will chill us back down a little closer to the late November averages here over the next few days, although still high temperatures staying a bit above average overall. Now today, it's going to be breezy. In fact, up in the mountains, the National Weather Service has hoisted high wind warnings for many mountain spots for wind gusts to 50, even 60 plus miles per hour at times. It's going to be a windy day. Piedmont, the wind's not that high, but I fully expect to see some wind gusts over 25 and 30 miles per hour from time to time. In terms of the upper air chart, I'll show you the European model, and then we'll kind of get into some of the model differences as we get later in the weekend. But here's today, that disturbance swinging through. Very quiet weather coming up tomorrow, Friday, and Saturday looks pretty quiet too. That's the look on Saturday evening on the European model. And we go out a little bit further in time. This is Monday early afternoon. That's a big, very powerful cutoff low over Mississippi and Alabama. And you go a little bit further out in time, and that swings directly into the Carolinas by Tuesday. GFS has the same general idea, but it's a little quicker with the movement of that system overall. And I tell you, you see a setup like that, and that's the kind of deal where you can get some dynamic cooling and pick up some snow underneath that upper low, and I'll show you more on that here in just a second. All right, let's go to what the GFS is printing out. This is the GFS modeling, and this afternoon we'll see a lot of sun, breezy conditions, highs in the 60s. By late this afternoon, temperatures begin to fall, and we will see some lows back down into the 30s here the next few nights. A beautiful Thanksgiving forecast, sunshine all day, highs in the 60s for Black Friday. Again, sunshine all day with highs again in the 60s. And as we get into the Saturday and Sunday time frame here, Saturday early afternoon on the GFS, the next storm system beginning to crank, and pretty good band of rain and some thunderstorms back near the Mississippi River by early afternoon. And by Sunday, this is Sunday evening, the GFS brings that rain and thunderstorm activity into the western Carolinas. And then we go out to Monday. This is early afternoon Monday, and I tell you, that just screams severe weather problems if that's correct here. You're looking at that upper level low taking sort of a negative tilt configuration, and that just screams severe weather problems in parts of the region as a whole if that solution is correct. Now, one more chart from the GFS, and this is Tuesday morning. And again, underneath that upper level low, you're probably going to have some snow if that's correct. Certainly the mountains, and even back into the Tennessee Valley. This is back Monday afternoon, and right underneath that upper level low, the dynamic cooling probably would crank out some snow in parts of the Tennessee Valley, wherever that upper level low tracks. Now, again, that's the GFS Tuesday morning. Let's go to the European, and it's the same general idea. It's just slower. Slower with the movement, and again, you have a powerful upper level low, and you would probably see some snow underneath that. The European's a little further south with that, so it might be Alabama and Georgia that in that scenario would pick up a little bit of snow with the dynamic cooling. So we'll see how that upper level low sets up. Those always are interesting to watch. And then back to the GFS, one more chart here. It has a big blast of chilly air by around the 1st of December, middle part of next week. And European does not really have that, but there are certainly signs of the pattern changing to a colder one overall over the eastern U.S. as we get into the month of December. All right, that is it for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great Thanksgiving, and God bless.